sorry, I thought I was giving everyone. I know we mentioned it earlier this evening that FERC is planning on taking on comments even after the public comment period is over. Our office is urging that FERC actually extend the public comment period. Also allow for the completion of Attorney General Maura Healey's ongoing study on the electricity reliability needs of Massachusetts. So again, it is our hope that residents will be impacted that are impacted by this project will be given ample time to consider all available options before the comment period is closed as well. So thank you for having me, and I hope that it goes well.
Next, speaking on behalf of Congresswoman Nikki Songas, Katie Enos.
Residents are also concerned with the public safety risks from potential accidents, a reality we must confront with honesty and transparency. While remote technology has improved dramatically in the last few decades, can residents living near a remotely manned compressor station feel at ease? I have also heard concerns regarding the process with which this project has proceeded. Contact with local town officials best able to identify local concerns has not gone as smoothly as desired. For example, local officials were not the first parties contacted, but instead discovered an energy company was proposing to build a massive infrastructure project from their own constituents. There have also been many concerns with the speed with which public meetings have been scheduled without providing complete resource reports in advance. For example, in the most recent release, thousands of to be determined were noted throughout the report. As is the case with very large infrastructure projects, there will be constantly changing information, and this process is in the early stages. However, I fail to see how my constituents can comment as informed citizens with so many unknowns. Additionally, I would like to ask that FERC consider viewing the numerous natural gas pipeline projects pending or approved in the New England region in a holistic manner.
Severely deter farmers' abilities to tend the land and maximize their profits. And in fact, there was a very well-spoken farmer who I hope gets up tonight from Dracut that will speak to this, I hope, later on. As the proposed route continues to shift, many questions are left unanswered. Property owners need time to analyze how the pipeline might impact their neighborhoods. As newly drawn maps indicate additional neighborhoods impacted by the pipeline route, these residents should be afforded equal time and opportunity to analyze the pipeline proposal and ask questions of Kinder Morgan Company representatives. And again, I will echo what Congresswoman Songas said and Senator O'Connor Ives said. I know you mentioned it in your opening, but I really can't stress enough that I think we need to have more scoping sessions. They need to be not just in Dracut and not just additional in New Hampshire, but there'll be reps following me that are coming up here from Danvers because of the lateral there. And I feel that we should be adding more sessions along the lateral. I'm also concerned about how this pipeline could negatively impact some of our areas protected open and agricultural.
More time is needed to vet all of that information. That being said, I will go on with some of my comments. I have learned that in the gas pipeline world, Dracut has become the hub of it all. It certainly is the hub of this project. Well, for those of us who live and raise our families in Dracut, this is the hub of our universe, not in our backyard arguments, for the energy needs of what you might call the greater good. Let me tell you a little bit about Dracut. You said you were out there today. During the Revolutionary War, Dracut sent more men and boys per capita to fight for our nation than any other town in the 13 colonies. That's Dracut people recognizing the greater good. We sit here in a beautiful auditorium in a $60 million high school renovation project that raised our property taxes. We did it for the greater good of our children. We invested $803 of community preservation tax dollars to help preserve 85 acres of farmland at the Lazinski, Dumaresque, and Sager farms, which actively grow produce for our community and beyond, for the greater good. When other Catholic churches were closing, St. Francis Parish was building that beautiful church on the hill in the center of this proposal. Dracut parishioners giving of themselves for the greater good of their parish. Each year raises over $100,000 in scholarships through our Dracut Scholarship Foundation for the students graduating from Dracut High School to go on to college. Again, giving what we can for the greater good, our future. So as you see, we as a community, we understand the greater good. We as a community have been an extraordinary living example of sacrifices for the greater good for 314 years. And a real safety factor for a large, highly populated neighborhood, and those very farms that our community has invested in. The compressor station proposed backed up right into this residential neighborhood with its noisy blowdowns and chemical emissions. As you can tell, our community has an incredible heart and soul. What our community doesn't have is a capability to handle an accident at that site. We are undermanned in our fire and police departments should there be an accident. We are a small community. I respectfully request that you painstakingly examine this proposal for every health, environmental, and safety concern. This is not a not in my backyard argument. This is about the greater good of Dracut. Thank you very much.